Come here. Go to the other side.
Peekaboo!
I'm going to be starting a series where I'll capture all the blunders of GNA architecture team so that people know what they expect and this is not a blind accusation. I'm starting with the master bedroom shower enclosure. From the beginning, we requested them that we have two toilets in the first floor, and for it not look like a say public restroom with one next to each other, we told them create an artificial separation outside that could be used as a storage. So this has been the requirement right from the beginning. They didn't listen to it at the beginning, and then somehow we forced it, asked them pretty forcefully to get it done because we found this to be useful when we were in a different place. Now this is all nice and good. Finally, and of course, with great difficulty we pushed this in, but we were never shared the site diagrams. It took them ages, and finally somewhere in early August, we tried to reach out frantically to Mr. Namith because not only is not reachable, we had so many problems and nobody was responding. The contractor was doing whatever he wanted, and the architecture team was pretty much non-existent. So we got so angry, and then I told them, stop everything unless Namith comes on the line and talks to us. There's no point in us working because this was supposed to be our dream home, and there's absolutely no dream left. And finally, Namith graciously descends down from his pedestal to call us. I just had 3 questions for him. When will he give us all the diagrams so that we know what they're building? Because from last August until this August, they didn't give, except for the shell of how the facade is going to look like, nothing else. And second, what is the timeline, the new timeline? Since June is gone, what is the new timeline? And the third one is, when can we start using the house? These were the 3 questions. And to give credit where it's due, Namith asked his team to do it. And after almost like 1 year, we got these diagrams. I'll share the diagram with you. And post the diagram, people designed the bathroom. I'll also add that video here. But finally, this is what we wanted. And they messed up the whole thing. Some architect decided, and what is weird is Mr. Sudhir suddenly comes and says, after all this was done, he said, we decided to move the shelf elsewhere. And then he obviously didn't realize that if we move the shelf, there's going to be a gap inside. Because the door is going to be on the outside, I can show it to you. The door is going to be right here, and then the shelf has to go back to this distance. Mr. Sudhir didn't anticipate that, and neither did his architecture team. So he said he'll move the shelf from here to somewhere here, but he didn't know what to do inside. So what he said was he'll create a shelf inside for us. So this is probably the only place that they've constructed where they'll do shelf on both sides inside. Or even if it's one side, it's going to be ugly. Now that's not even bad. The next decision that they did without our knowledge, it's all in email, WhatsApp, phone calls. Without our knowledge, the contractor and architect suddenly decided all these would be sliding doors, not swinging doors, because some vendor said that it's easier. Now, we've been insisting from the beginning all these should be sliding doors, swinging doors. Nothing sliding because we don't like sliding, and it's a hassle to clean and all that. So without our knowledge, they pretty much added sliding doors. It was done every bathroom had sliding doors. Ground floor, we said no sliding door, nothing, just a partition is enough. They put in sliding doors. Pretty much whatever their architect wanted. Here is the funny thing. You had sliding doors, at least you should have had three tracks here. One to close this one and one to close this other bathroom. Now what they did was they had one fixed and then one track. So that sliding door at any point in time could shut only one bathroom. So we can use only one bathroom at a time, which defeats the whole purpose. And to make matters worse, the quote they gave was 1.9 lakhs. We actually had to force them to disassemble the whole thing, ask them to take it away. And here is the funny thing, when we installed fenesta windows, GNA was adamant that cannot be made of aluminium because it spoils the looks, the life is pretty bad. And they were against it, and they said even if it costs 60-70% more, let's not go with aluminium. UPVC construction is better, all that. Guess what? All the bathroom, it's all pretty much aluminium, cheap quality aluminium hardware everywhere. Now what we did was, this is the new finish. Then we got our own shower enclosure person from Bangalore and got a quote from him. He installed these glass doors. In fact, they broke it. They came in and reinstalled it. This is all half-lay hardware. 60 to 70% of the cost of bathroom enclosures is in hardware. So this is all half-lay hardware, toughened glass, non-see-through for the bathroom. And as you can see, the finish is so better compared to how it was before. And the cost almost the same. So I don't know why the contractor from GNA was shoving this his aluminum glass enclosure at such a high price. And when it was brought to the notice of architects with all the goof-ups here, which were what we didn't want and what they did, they're pretty much brushing it aside, saying it's okay. This is what we wanted. So nobody knows anything about what's happening. The contractor does something at random. When you bring it to Mr. Suju's attention, he'll say, oh, is it? He'll start questioning. He won't care about the side diagram. He'll start questioning, why, what's wrong if we put it this way? Then why did we agree on how it's going to look like? The fundamental problem is Mr. Suju doesn't know what's going on in his own team, and his junior architects and interns have no clue about the site. They'll draw something at random for half an hour and give it to the contractor. The only way you can find out is you sit next to the contractor day in and day out, or you visit the site often and then you find out. Now here is the mess up. Look at the finished bathroom. They said they wanted to get only high-end tiles, high-end fittings. They won't compromise on any of it. But look at the false ceiling work. Look at the false ceiling work, how bad it is. It's so bad. My apartment in Bangalore has a much better finish, and it was done almost 8 years ago. I'll put a video there. This is the false ceiling work that they have done. It's not even aligned properly if you look at it. Basic alignment. This is after we complained and they fixed. The electrical alignment itself is horrible. To make this is at least okay. Look at this bathroom. You can't even close the door properly because it's angled, and look at the alignment. And look at the way they have fixed the fan. This is the work pretty much in most places. I'll show downstairs as well. This is what they will do. Alignment is in a different direction, fan is in a different direction, and this after we complained, saying that one is in one side and the other one is in the other side. And this we had to literally fight with them, redo the tiles. Otherwise, the shower head was on one side, the tap was on the other side. Still, the alignment is bad if you notice. These are basic. When you want things in a straight line, these are straight line. These are basic. But you know what? None of the GNA architects or the designers will care. You're at the mercy of the plumbing person. And if you tell them it's not aligned, they're going to be like, so what? But they'll charge a premium for everything. I'll upload it, and then this is series 1, master bedroom, bath. I'll follow up with the next version of the video, which will likely be around south side sloping roof, the mess that they created, and followed up with the green area, balcony green area, what they promised and what they delivered. Thank you.